Welcome to another wonderful edition of the Elijah Sisters podcast. We are so thankful to be with you all tonight. Guess what? We made it through another hurricane. We made it through another storm. We've gone through 2 storms since our show has been on. Nicole passed through, and I don't know what part of the country that you're listening from, but we actually had a really bad storm on Tuesday night. So Hurricane Nicole, which wasn't even a hurricane when it first started.
No.
It was actually supposed to be a tropical storm, but a typical true to form for a woman. Amped it up, a little upset, and it became a hurricane by the time she got up here, and then stayed for 2 whole days, and because that's what we do. We do what we want. The double back, whatever it was. We had some power outages and some things happened here, but we're still here. We made it, and so for another Friday, we can say there's with the PBS, there was the saying, there's one to grow on. So there's one to grow on with you for tonight. So let's jump right into...
It's getting rough in these streets.
Last week was rough.
I was like, I can't do no. Can y'all just wait?
I know. And so we're going to have some really great stuff for you today. And doesn't she always?
She does. So, we was on the phone talking, and she was like, "Girl," I was like, "I know, girl."
Yeah. She's all in the hive, and she did what we asked her to do. So she is tied with her husband Jay-Z as.
Were you about to say something about Beyonce?
No, you know I wasn't going to say about Beyonce. Don't do that.
No, Jay-Z has never been one of my favorite rappers.
He's never been my favorite rapper, but I will say this: I think he's an incredible lyricist.
Oh, yeah.
And he definitely can't.
Broken glass.
Okay.
Try to apologize.
Okay.
He knows.
Jay-Z will be competing against himself for some. I'm not gonna mention how I feel about DJ Khaled. Moving on.
Yeah. And another one.
And that's it. Here we go. We know.
Getting Grammys. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna hold the conversation.
So many times.
As a whole other conversation.
When the term super producer, I'm like, okay. Anyway,
here we go.
The superstar also made first-time appearances in a few categories with "Break My Soul" and "Renaissance," helping her earn breaking ceilings.
And that's why I love this album. It's so I'm not surprised that it was in that category.
It was very different
because that's what that album is. Like, it's a great electronic type. It's just like She
went in that studio and reinvented herself big time.
And she has the right to, and did it well.
So listen to this. With 28 wins to date, Beyonce is the most awarded female artist in Grammy 31. So we are cheering for Beyonce.
Go, B, go.
100%.
Yeah, really.
I didn't check the list, but I am definitely going to this evening.
Okay. What are they
may not be out. That's just the nominations.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that the live performances haven't been made known to us yet.
When are the Grammys?
That's in the spring.
Oh yeah, no, we don't. Never mind. We're not gonna know that quite yet.
People have plenty of time to mess up and fall from grace.
They don't even announce it this early anymore because they done. I remember when they used to announce way earlier, and then they would have to change people. So no.
Yeah.
No, they ain't gonna tell us yet.
Friend is returning with Blues.
Okay, I should have been that excited.
I was like, really, Angelique?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, I should have been that excited, but I was. And Blues Clues came out when I was well past the age I should be involved in Blues Clues.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I no shame.
Okay.
I just make this glance at it, act like it's in the background. Like I really want to watch it. It was just on. That's what I'm gonna say to people. It was just on in the background.
My daughter was a humongous Blues Clues fan. She was born.
That's why
she was born in 1997, though. It was age appropriate.
But I'm saying that's why I did that post on Twitter. and which made everybody cry. And I was like, why is everybody crying? And I saw it, and then I cried, and I was like, oh, I see why everybody crying.
Yeah.
But I mean, Steve is Blue's Clues. Like, when they kept adding other food and animals, and I was just like, you just need Steve and Blue.
An important thing to remember. An important thing to remember is, and he was working for, he's working for Nickelodeon. So. But we are glad that Steve is back, and maybe my daughter and my grandson will face.
Which I don't see why they would.
Yeah.
It'll have enough because that was a whole.
Yeah, because they sang everything was a song.
Because that's how they taught. It was like you put it with a song, and because a song.
I have to. Guilty. All right.
What are you doing? You are 37 years old.
Sing about the salt and pepper and everything. All right, moving on. So we're in the fun time of the year where we're looking at the wonderful holiday freaking old. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh no!
It wasn't a good fit.
No. Like there's a between when I hear the word musical, I'm thinking, Sound of Music, Chicago, like musical. You're using songs to tell stories. So if you saying it's a real musical, I believe you because you know what that means.
Yeah, no, it's music and dancing, which to me fully makes it a musical, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to say one thing to you all because I know you all are going to watch it, and you don't.
Okay, I'm watching it tonight.
But I will say this one word to you all: tap dance.
Thank you. You're welcome. All right.
And more than once. When I saw that, I was like,
I rarely ever see tap dancing in a musical. Like, they use a lot of different dance. I rarely ever see tap dancing.
This weekend.
I'll be watching
this. Well, first of all, I'll watch anything with Will Ferrell in it, and I would watch anything with Ryan Reynolds in it. So, and I'd watch anything with Octavia in it. So, see, there we are.
I mean, it's three people that are like, oh, they're in it. Cool. It's like, it's certain people, I don't care what it is, I'm going to watch. Sorry, I forgot her name. But Gal Gadot. But I always say her name like that. But she, I was like, okay, that's Ryan Reynolds. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't care what the movie's about. I don't care if it's a musical or not. I don't care if it's a drama, comedy, action. They're both in it. I'm going to watch it. So I'll be checking it out. When we get off, I'm probably going to pull it up. You said it's almost 3 hours?
It's 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. You won't even really notice it. It is literally that good.
Mm-hmm. Like a couple other people here and there, but like when I kept seeing people I recognized, I was like, well, okay, they at least put some effort into this and being like, okay, we're gonna actually do this right, not just throw a bunch of people on the screen and be like, hey, look, it's a sequel, they're adults. No, thank you. Y'all tried that with the other sequel, and that was crap. So no, thank you. Don't do that again.
Understand when I say this, it's gonna offend some people. You'll live, but I will say again, I am such a fan of nostalgia and I see, I definitely see it come from my
see.
Yeah, we've seen it since the 80s. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. So the last thing I'm gonna bring up in the news, now that we have
remember his name. I didn't remember his name. You could have just said it. I figured out.
Let me get back to the news. Y'all going sideways already.
I know who it is now. Okay.
So remember earlier this year, after he did his
whatever that was,
after he did his Instagram video, and then she came on and she was standing by her husband with her little
something.
I'm trying to say his as neutral as I can.
Was that the sword?
She was a warrior for the Lord, standing by her man. And I'm not listen. Y'all know my story, but if you see people and praying that people go broke and their children die.
Oh,
sister. She was praying for. She wants widows and widowers and children with no parents.
Oh no.
He said, if you my
raggedy raggedy husband. Wasn't nobody thinking about you before that?
He she said, the woman of God said, I've been warned.
She has been too. You need to go back into your word and look at what you're doing, madam. Because your husband, look at the word about that. Because you is all the way wrong. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
When I first saw that it was in my news feed, I thought it was old. And I'm like...
So, how about that? You can't... This is not... No, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, ma'am. Your husband had... he had a couple of women's.
Not one, thank you.
Her fight is within.
Thank
you.
Where
it is. Is she trying to put it?
She is not even kind of right. Like, she is just not. How some people be like, no, you is all the way wrong.
She tried to make it seem like it was justified.
Nope.
There's no justification in that. And I have been married to a man whore.
You can't
curse. And I didn't break curses on people.
No, you can't curse people for that. This not how this about to work.
I should write a book called that, Married to a Man Whore. Let me move on. Let me stop.
Did she still have her bonnet on while she was cursing people?
Oh no, she free, honey. That hair go up. She let it go, honey.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, it was the glasses. She had some interesting glasses on.
Yeah.
Oh, because she done got free.
No, she's not humble anymore.
She got free from the hospital situation and lost her mind.
They said,
but she was sitting right up under him though.
He was next to her when she was doing that.
And they have some pictures they just recently took together. She's still sitting up under him.
Sister Soldier, ma'am.
I cannot. I gotta move on.
You can choose to stay with your husband. That's
your choice.
That's y'all.
Right.
You cannot. Then be like, how dare y'all make fun of my husband who been sitting running around acting like he knows to say something about relationships and marriage and being a dirty down dog all over the place and a big old hypocrite, and y'all made fun of us and go back and they you done restarted the jokes, you done restarted everybody about you could have just ignored what you was going, just you left it alone.
I rebel laugh. Oh God, I'm gonna have to move on.
Yeah. No easy way to say it is like you don't want to skip a year and you don't have the next one, so you just kind of want to just be like, hey.
But that's facts, though. That's true.
You might have had it, so it's just like so you just definitely want to make sure you don't have that regret. Like, oh, I just wish I just made a 5-minute phone call, like, hey, just want to say I love you, whatever. So that just that's kind of where I am especially when it starts getting around this time of year. I don't know what it is about like Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's just like family. Okay.
Awesome. That's good notes to remember as we are preparing. This week is also National Family Week, and Angelique, is the word conversing or conversating? Talking.
Speaking to each other. I'm like, conversate.
Talking to people.
Because I'm like, I've used both, so I was like, conversation, conversing, whatever. Y'all know what we talking about.
You know what it is.
I was really trying to get my mind. I was like, okay, whatever. Okay, so National Family Week starts on November 20th. And it was started by, not started, but it was proclaimed by every president of the United States since Richard Nixon. In the early 70s.
And we're moving on.
And then, and Ronald Reagan also gave a National Family Week proclamation that family life must be preserved. So that the whole theme of it is really family, and not even just if you have biological family. Children and families have that experience, and not leave any. I don't say leave any child behind. That's another thing. But this word happened last week. advocacy. Good Lord, that word. Everything happened the same word last week. What it is about that word is like, I don't want to do it. Ugh. Op-eds, commentaries, blogs, web content, news releases, podcasts, social media. However you can get the word out, however you want to set up an event. Especially now, you got to think in the 70s, it wasn't, you pretty much only had to be in person. Now you can do online events, Zoom events, Discord events, Facebook, like live events on YouTube. So you can do so many different things where you don't have to have it for some activities for National Family Week, which again is going to be November 20th through the 26th. So it's going to overlap with Thanksgiving. I mentioned it last week, so I'm going to mention it again. We are promoting Thankmas 2022 as well. And I put the link in our larger. We're going to start, and then we can grow it as we go. But our goal is to raise $100 by December 10th. So the link is going to be in all our videos. You can, again, link will be on our socials. The link is going to be on every video that we post on our YouTube. So you can check it out. Share it. If you can't donate, share it. Just get the word out. And that's where I ended today, because I'll keep talking about it, and I'll be on here all night talking about that. So I've had some Zoom issues the last couple of weeks too. I understand.
He's freezing. I'm like, don't do it.
No.
All right. The National Bible Week is during the week of Thanksgiving, celebrating the reading of the scriptures. Of course.
Not just on average every day. No, not no.
I would love that.
Radio.
Hardly hear scriptures on the Christian station these days. But anyway, I digress.
And you have the guts, because it's very nerve-wracking to share something you've written, because it's like the worst feel. Like the worst feeling is somebody be like, "Oh, I hated that. That was stupid." It's just like, oh, she just FYI, she passed, but she's the person who wrote Mr. Ripley series that they made into a movie. The books are way better than the movie. She passed a while ago, but she's from Copper Cove, Texas. But she's one of my all-time favorite. Anne Rice, another person that's passed. And it's like writing, you have a voice, even though it's like, well, you're writing, but you still have an author voice of how do you tell your story, because I can always tell when don't you just try to make it fancy instead of say, okay. So as soon as you hit publish, you publish.
The actual writing. You can't always write.
You probably want to check in and do that
what
first.
Type of or what writing interests you? What is it that you want to write? So are you writing? Have subcategories.
Yes.
So, but that will kind of give you an idea of where do you start. And then the second tip I will give you is once you know, that's your brain. I don't send it to my house. I'm not reading it, but that's
I ain't gonna hurt you by it.
There's a market for it because it was a public groups, AOL chat groups. I'm just
yeah.
I'm in my mid-40s. So I actually started like, I can't wait to read everybody's work. And it would even get to be like, I know what she gonna write. I already know how she think. This person, she's gonna write more romance. This person's gonna
L3, you'll see somebody being like, in this different fandoms have they, different things, like they usually come like around every year or every few months or so. And so they'll like, my challenged words were like 3-4 words, sometimes it's 1 word. And just to see people took those 3 or 4 words and wrote. Sometimes people I've seen like they're writing stuff that if it was obviously they can't publish it, they get sued out of existence. But like just to see some people write things that are just so buddy. Don't worry about it. I work for
an amazing company. And so that thoughts.
Got to take the good contractions out.
Man, all these
instead of yours, it's like
pronouns and adjectives.
Cannot. It is.
Yeah. Then you have to out. How many times you can't let words repeat and all these different things.
Oh my gosh.
But it's amazing. I can't wait to take this thing off. I'm just gonna have to be a real black woman today.
That bag has been fighting you. No, I go the other way.
That's why I don't hardly do the swoops. I usually like to do me just a nice straight bang or part down the middle. All right.
Okay, so
keep it real. Right. Almost, the word monster came to mind. I didn't want to say.
Oh,
but this one.
Let's see.
It was just that. It was just because it was more what happened to me than.
You gotta interact with us. We want to talk to y'all and see what y'all thinking. And
talking to you. You can talk to us.
we want to hear y'all input. Here's y'all thoughts.
That's all right.
I'll be editing.
Yeah, whatever. So I will be holding it down. And I hate myself for saying that. I really do.
You said it. He's
leading all of them.
The only one you ever need.
Well, you can find the one that she meant to say. You did say the spirit guy.
I'm Shani.
And I'm Angelique.
Thank you so much for letting our family be your family, and you have a wonderful week.